I'm here with Stags boss Jimmy Wolf. There's 1-1 draw here at the Snow Stadium against Hampton and Richmond Borough. Jim, baffling game for many reasons. What was your assessment, if any?
We're not playing great at the moment, to be fair. Don't think the little break helped us at all. I was hoping it would freshen us up, but we look like it's taken a bit out of us. So we're not playing great, but our football players showed some unbelievable resilience today with the circumstances of the game and the circumstances that they were put in throughout the game. I thought they showed a lot of resilience, and although we weren't great, we stuck together, you know, and didn't make any excuses of the circumstances of the game that was playing for everyone to see. So I am actually really proud of the lads. It would have been very easy to use the excuse that was obviously there for us tonight, and they didn't use it, and they decided not to, and stayed strong, stayed together, batted everything away, you know, and you know, came back from a goal down and all those kind of things. So yeah, I'm actually quite proud of the grit and resilience that was showed. They kept their heads, which is great. And all in all, a draw is probably a fair result because our play wasn't great, but our spirit was.
Yeah, at half time, coming in at 1-1, obviously, a couple of missed decisions that didn't quite go our way. What did you say to the lads at half time? Because at that point, I thought personally we were playing better than Hampton and Richmond.
Try really hard to keep 11 men on the pitch was one of the messages. Try and have a bit more control with our attacks so that we were organised behind the ball for the counter-attack, which is what Hampton do. And I do think we did those two things. The players showed a lot more control than I would have on the pitch to keep 11 men on the pitch. And we didn't get counter-attacked as much, and when we did, we kind of had bodies behind it quite well in the second half. So they did adjust to that. But it was hard again, a bit like Saturday, Rendell coming off after 10 or injured after sort of 3 or 4 minutes and having to change absolutely everything we set up to do, and then the quite horrific tackle on Brandon House. That's a potentially career-ending challenge. That didn't even receive a yellow card, which is just mind-blowing. Just mind-blowing with a linesman 3 yards away from it. Mind-blowing. But yeah, so we've got to assess that, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it isn't. So keep 11 men on the pitch and just have a bit more control when we attack, so that we're organised behind the ball to nullify the counter-attacks. You know, that was pretty much it. I didn't until they scored, I didn't think they'd had really a meaningful attack, and we had 2 or 3 decent sort of goes at it. So yeah, it was about composure, and a bit of control.
Obviously, the flow of the game was kind of disrupted by a couple missed decisions and a couple of decisions that didn't quite go our way. Would that be a fair assessment, I think, of the man in the middle?
A couple? I am going to have to say that I shouldn't start talking about the officiating today, because if I do, I think it'd get me in a lot of trouble. Because I haven't seen anything like that in a long time. That was the most PC thing I can say is that wasn't very good, and I think that is being very tame on that.
We saw Christos Banzeles go off and Hornstrup as well. Have you got an update on whether they'll be okay?
Not yet. but they don't look. Both of them don't look good.
And just in that second half as a whole, I think it's a fair assessment to say both teams struggled to create clear-cut chances. Would you agree?
Yeah. It was. We wanted to stop it being basketball, which it became in the first half, which is, I think, what they wanted. We stopped that, and then they didn't have anything clear, and we didn't really. I think there's a handball on the cross from Deck, about 5 minutes to go, and I do think that everybody else in the ground thought that too, but the officials.
As see, on Saturday this was our run of 3 games, home games in a row. We've got Saturday Hornchurch and another Tuesday on Stars. How important is it what we use this home advantage to claw back some of that momentum we lost to that break?
Yeah, of course it is. This is hard. This is a hard run, and here at home we need. We need it to be a tough place to come. We need to be a bit more intimidating. We need it to be, our lads to feel like invincible when they're here, and with encouragement and noise and rally cry from everybody in the ground. Because I don't know. And even you could say Dagenham, when the scoreline suggested we're battered, we weren't. We don't let the fans down here. We don't. We've let the fans down away 2 or 3 times this season, and I've apologised for those. We don't let them down here. So it needs to become a bit of a bear pit, and it needs to be our bear pit and something we draw from, a really tough place to come. So I hope that the fans make it that, because that's what our players need. They need a bit of help now, because they're walking wounded, and it's tough. It's really tough. But they've shown tonight again the character that we've got.
Thank you, Jimmy.